So in today's video, I'm going to be previewing Bradford City versus Wrexham AFC, and then the second part of today's video, I'm going to bring you guys my Game Week 14 League 2 score predictions. If you do go on to enjoy, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 80 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Get a comment as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below your score prediction for this match. What would your starting 11 be as well? Would you make any changes? Obviously 3 wins on the bounce since Kevin McDonald took over as caretaker player manager. The return of Phil Parkinson as well to Valley Parade, only the second time that he has done that since obviously leaving in 2016. I want to say he then came back that exact season with Bolton Wanderers, and we haven't seen him since. So his first return to Valley Parade in a number of years now. Very tough game. Wrexham have obviously got the big budget, lots of very talented players, so it is going to be a very tough game. But we're also on a great run of form. 2 1-0 wins in a row in the league, and also an EFL trophy win, which was largely filled with our second team and a couple of academy players really. So we're on a good run at the moment. Fingers crossed it can continue in this one against Wrexham. So make sure to drop a like on there for me. Subscribe if you're new as well. And let's get into it. If we start out then with the current Sky Bet League 2 table, my team Bradford City, we currently sit 11th in the table. After 13 games, we've got 5 wins, 4 draws and 4 defeats, scoring 14 goals and also conceding 14 goals. That leaves us then on a 0 goal difference and 19 points. Our last couple of matches have been a win, a loss and a win. Them last couple of matches have then been a 1-0 win away at AFC Wimbledon, a 2-1 win away at Grimsby Town in the Football League Trophy, a 1-0 win at home to Swindon Town, a 2-1 defeat away at Tranmere Rovers, a 3-1 defeat at home to Walsall, a 2-0 defeat at home to Middlesbrough FC in the EFL Cup third round, and also a 4-1 win away at Newport County. If we compare that then to Wrexham AFC, they currently sit 5th in the table. After 13 matches, they've got 6 wins, 5 draws and 2 defeats, scoring 27 goals, which is the 3rd most in the league, but they have also conceded 25, which is one of the worst in the league as well. Is it joint worst? We've not counted. Well, apart from obviously Sutton United who've conceded 30, Newport have conceded 26, but to say that the 2 teams who've conceded the joint 3rd most amount of goals are in 2nd and 5th tells you how many goals they have been scoring. But Wrexham's last couple of matches then have been a win, a draw and a loss. Them last couple of matches then been a 3-2 win at home to Salford City. Crazy game. They were 2-1 down in like the 86th minute, ended up winning. It was an absolutely mental one. They were 2-0 down overall as well. They also had a 3-0 win away at Crewe Alexandra in the Football League Trophy, a 1-0 win away at Crawley Town, a 0-0 draw away to Mansfield Town, a 3-3 draw at home to Crewe Alexandra. They've had a red card though. Apart from in their most recent game against Salford City, they've had a red card in 3 out of the previous 4. They also had a 5-0 defeat away at Stockport County. Isaac Olafe scoring a hat-trick in that match. So they clearly score a lot of goals, but they're there to be for the taking in my opinion. I think it's definitely going to be a high-scoring game. Now we're going to get into the team though that I would go with if I was Kevin McDonald. So he seems to be pretty set at the moment on the 4-2-3-1 formation, and I have no real reason to change that, so that is the formation that I would stick with. In goal, I've gone with Harry Lewis. Since McDonald's come in, I think we've seen Harry Lewis back to his best. I think he's been outstanding over the last couple of matches. Obviously, his streak of playing consistent games for Bradford City did come to an end after not playing in that EFL Trophy match, but in the 2 league games that he's played, he's kept 2 clean sheets and he's looked very good in both of them. Made a brilliant save against Swindon and made 2 or 3 really good saves against AFC Wimbledon, so it's nice to see Harry Lewis with his confidence back and just playing football with a smile on his face once more. But he absolutely has to stay in this side. Obviously, we've already played Wrexham earlier on in the season in the Carabao Cup, beating them on penalties. Harry Lewis came up with a penalty save in that one. But into my back 4 then, at right back, I've obviously gone with Brad Halliday, the best fullback in the entire division. He's absolutely outstanding. Defensively, very rarely gets beaten. Going forward, very good as well. There were question marks that maybe he could have given a penalty away against AFC Wimbledon. I personally thought it was a massive dive. I don't really see why many Wimbledon fans were complaining about that. Johnny Jackson, the Wimbledon manager, seemed convinced it was a Stonewall penalty, but it seemed like Tilly just stopped running to allow Halliday just to run into him. It didn't make sense because Tilly was in a good opportunity there, but Halliday, outstanding, absolutely has to be starting this match. Into the 2 centre-backs then. Firstly, I've gone with Sam Stubbs. Obviously, no Matty Platt for this match. He's picked up 5 yellow cards so far this season, so he's going to be banned for this one. I actually did a video yesterday for Tier 3 channel members debating which centre-back should start over Matty Platt, but firstly, obviously, I have gone with Sam Stubbs. He absolutely has to be in this side, and partnering him, I've gone with Kieran Kelly. Now, you could go Ash Taylor, but in a game like this, I feel like for a man who's not played too much this season, I don't really want him in there. Jonathan Tompkinson's recently been away with America's under-20s, I do believe. I think he actually got 2 wins in the 2 games that he did play. They only played yesterday though, so then he's got to fly back and he's only going to have a couple of days of training, potentially jet-lagged. So for me personally, I've gone with Kieran Kelly. I think he's the best option at the moment. He's played the most amount of football so far this season. I think he's played 7 games. Obviously, when we were playing the back 3 at the start of the campaign, he did feature in that until we went to the back 4, and he was someone who was dropped out of the side, so we could allow for that formation switch. But Kelly, for me, played the most amount of football, and out of all of them, I think he's probably got the least amount of mistakes in him. If Tompkinson wasn't away with America, I'd go with him, but because he's been away in jet lag and all that sort of stuff, I'm going with Kieran Kelly. And at left back, I'm sticking with Liam Rideout. Very good against AFC Wimbledon, one of his best performances in Bradford City shirt, in my opinion. Defensively, very strong. This is not the sort of Liam Rideout we saw last season, even towards the start of this season as well. I think he's keeping himself in the side at the moment. He's got some good competition in Lewis Richards, but he can't get back into the team at the moment. Rideout, I think he's going to have his work out against Wrexham. You know, they're a very, very good side, but he's been good over the last couple of matches, so I can't see a reason why you would drop him. Into the 2 central midfielders then. Firstly, I've gone with the captain, Richie Smallwood. He just needs to stay in the side. He's been very good under Kevin McDonald. He's like a man reborn, a different footballer. Was very good last week against Swindon, had a good game against Grimsby. Wasn't overly impressive against AFC Wimbledon, but he just did what he needed to do. You know, it wasn't the best performance in the world, but we got the job done in the end. So I'd stick with Smallwood in that midfield, partnered with, obviously, Alex Gilead. There are only 2 central midfield options at the moment, with McDonald managing. Osadibe, wouldn't trust him in a double pivot, and Alex Patterson currently out injured as well. And obviously then you've got Ryan East out on loan. Gilead and Smallwood are our only options at this moment in time. And Gilead, you're going to need his legs, you're going to need his energy in there as well, alongside Smallwood's leadership. And, you know, they're both not scared really to put a tackle in. I just think in a match like this, I think it suits our style of play to have them both in there. Into the front 3 then, behind the striker. On the right wing, I've stuck with Bobby Poynton. I thought in the first half against Wimbledon, he was very, very impressive, but the second half, he wasn't really involved all too much. He was a little bit, I won't say sloppy in his play, but he just wasn't really effective in that second half. And I think obviously he's played a lot of football recently, so that might have been a reason why, and it maybe has slightly caught back up with him, but he's had a full week's rest now, needs to stay in the side for this one because he's a very good player, absolutely quality. So me personally, I like to see him remain in the side. In the number 10 role then, I've gone with Jamie Walker. Now, I was debating whether to put maybe Osadibe in the 10 and bring Tulloch in on the left. I've stuck with Jamie Walker though, just I think we'll need his experience and his leadership in a match like this. And Walker is a big game player, you know, he might miss 3 or 4 really easy chances against some of the what you would consider lower opposition, but then he'll come up with a big goal in a game like this, and I think that's what we're going to need him for, especially his leadership and his experience. He might be able to wind up some of the Wrexham players, maybe get a red card or 2 given against him. And yeah, Walker for me, I've stuck with him in the side. If Patterson was fit, I'd obviously go Patterson, but at the moment he's not, so Walker is staying in the 10 in my opinion. And on the left wing, I've gone with Emmanuel Osadibe. I think Adam Wilson needs to come out of it. He was pretty ineffective against Wimbledon, didn't really do all too much, and obviously Osadibe scored 2 goals in his last 2 matches, so I think it makes perfect sense to bring him in. Obviously he could go with someone like a Rehan Tulloch, but he didn't exactly impress in his last outing against Tranmere, but he's certainly a good option on off the bench. Osadibe's got height in there as well. We're going to need that massively for Wrexham set pieces. They've got a lot of big lads, and Osadibe for me deserves it after scoring 2 goals in his last 2 matches. And leading the line, I've gone with Andy Cook. Again, if Verden Oliver was fit, I might go Verden Oliver, because Cook over the last few matches, not only has he not really looked interested, he's not really been too effective. Obviously, he did actually get the assist for Osadibe's goal, but there's a couple of times where if he doesn't win the first 2 or 3 headers in a match, then he doesn't really fully challenge for the rest of the game. And he got subbed off against Wimbledon because he was hindering us more than helping us, and Smith came on and he adds a little bit of a different dynamic, but obviously you're going to need him again. Big physical side of Wrexham, so we're going to need players like Andy Cook in there to match them with their physicality, and I hope again he can come up with a big goal in this one. On the bench now for me, that'll leave Colin Doyle, Daniel Ugoke, Jonathan Tompkinson, Lewis Richards, Adam Wilson, Rehan Tulloch and Tyler Smith. The players currently unavailable are Matty Platt through suspension, and then Alex Patterson, Clark Adore, Harry Chapman and Verden Oliver are all currently out injured. Potential return in this one for Clark Adore, maybe even Harry Chapman as well. Nothing has 100% been confirmed though, so I've built this team based on the fact that they will probably be injured. The players who will miss out then will be Heath Richardson, Harvey Rowe, Ash Taylor, Kevin McDonald, Chisholm Afoke, Dylan Yumby and Matt Derbyshire. Now then, let's get into my Game Week 14 League 2 score predictions. Starting out then with the 2 Friday night kickoffs, firstly between Newport County and Walsall FC. I'm going to go with a 2-1 home win for the Welsh outfit. Then into the other Friday night kickoff kickoff. I don't really know why these two games are on Friday, but Tranmere Rovers take on Doncaster Rovers. I'm going with a 2-2 draw in that one. Into the Saturday 3 o'clock kickoffs then, Accrington Stanley versus MK Dons. Obviously MK Dons parting company with Graham Alexander. They've brought in Mike Williamson from Gateshead, but I think they will actually lose this match 2-1. I think Stanley will get one over them. It's a very tough place to go, is the WAM Stadium. Barrow AFC versus AFC Wimbledon, I think finishes in a 0-0 draw. Bradford City versus Wrexham AFC, I unfortunately think finishes in a high-scoring 3-2 defeat. Colchester United versus Harrogate Town, I think finishes in a 1-1 draw. Crawley Town versus Crewe Alexandra, I think finishes in a 2-1 away win for Crewe. Gillingham FC versus Notts County, I think finishes in a 2-1 home win for the Gills. Mansfield Town versus Forest Green Rovers, I think finishes in a comfortable 3-0 home win for the Stags. Salford City versus Swindon Town, I think finishes in a high-scoring 3-2 away win for the Robins. Stockport County versus Grimsby Town, I think is a comfortable 3-1 home win for County. And finally, Sutton United versus Morecambe FC, I think finishes in a 2-0 away win for the Shrimps. But I'm going to leave it there for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 80 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Get a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below your score prediction for this match and what would your starting 11 be as well. Would you make any changes from last Saturday's 1-0 win at home to, away to AFC Wimbledon? Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day and I'll see you on Saturday for the matchday vlog. Peace.